This video will be to show you how to prepare this fender so that when you get it back from paint, you can go ahead and put it on the motorcycle. Okay, now we supply the fenders in either primer finish, bare aluminum, or gloss black. So if it's a primer finish, you want to scuff it a little bit with like a real fine sandpaper or like a Scotch-Brite pad or a 3M pad. Just something to kind of dull that finish down so the paint will stick. Okay, and then in your kit, you'll see that you have a package and it has the silicone sealant. And then you also have the Loctite. And then in that same package, there's two little 1/4-inch nuts in there. So we'll use those in just a little bit. Okay, the other package you'll get is this one. This has the little bracket that goes on the front here. And also the U-shaped bracket that goes on the back. I'll show you how to do all this. Okay, first we'll do the front bracket. This is really simple, and this is what it looks like. This goes up through the bottom, the one with the stud, and then this goes down on the top of the fender. So this one goes underneath and into that hole, and this one goes on top. And then we supply you with the a regular nut. So once you put this together, these won't be drilled yet. Go ahead and just screw that nut down, and you can kind of snug it up a little bit. That'll kind of hold this bracket into place. Then in your kit, we give you the drill bit. So what you want to do is you want to snug this up, and then you want to go ahead and drill the first hole, and then put the screw and the nut in that hole to hold it, and then go ahead and drill the second one after this screw is in. That way it'll all line up really nicely. I'll show you on the bottom. The nuts are on the bottom, and the screws are on the top. Okay, now when we get this all finished, do me a favor and just back this nut off. And in your kit we'll give you a nylock nut. This is a nylock flange nut. It has a little flange on it. We're going to use that, so go ahead and screw that on there. Just so you don't lose it, tighten it up with your fingers. We're going to use that, not the regular nut, because once you get this on the motorcycle, you don't want that to get loose. So we're finished with this. Let me show you the other side. These are your rear struts. Yours will be black. So what we want to do, we want to take these screws out of the struts. These are the ones with the rubber washers. Go ahead and take those out of the top. You can leave this one in there for now. Do that on both sides, and we're going to use those to hold this in place. Now you'll notice I'm doing this after the fender is painted. We're going to put some silicone sealant under this strut, or this brace, to hold it in place. And you don't want to do that when before you paint your fender, because if you get any silicone on the outside at all on this fender, the paint will not stick and it'll fisheye on you. So I would recommend doing that after paint. I'll show you how to put this in there. Okay, I just placed that in there, and I marked lines on each side of the bracket where it goes. You can line up these holes, and then I put lines on there because I'd rather put the silicone on the fender than the strap. If you get on the strap, it's kind of hard to get it in there without getting it all over the place. Okay, I use this some copper silicone so you can see it better. Yours will be clear, the one in the package here, the clear silicone. So I just squeeze a big kind of bunch of beads along there. Don't get them too close to these holes, because you don't want it to ooze out of the holes when you get finished. So I squeeze that in there like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the screw through the hole. This is the one with the rubber washer. I'm going to lay the strap on the silicone. And these are the two nuts that we gave you in that package with the silicone. So use the one on this side. Put the other screw in. Okay, go ahead and push that down and snug these up. You don't need to get ridiculous, but you snug those screws up, and then let's let this sit overnight. That way it'll hold this strap in. The reason we do this is when you take this fender on and off your bike, and it's so much easier if this strap stays on the underside of the fender. And there you go. We'll go ahead and put this on next.